Hello, hi. This is actually a tutorial for Kate. Let's get a bit warm in here. To show her how to make some sonic screwdrivers. It's aimed at primary school ages. I've done this for kids aged 4 to age about 12, so it's aimed at that kind of level. But if you're not Kate and you just want to know how to do this, then that's great. I'll also start by saying that Doctor Who is owned by the BBC and they have all the rights and stuff, and this isn't it's not a money-making scheme, it's just a fun thing to do with the kiddies. So let me just change the angle of the camera here so you can see a bit more what I'm doing. So I always do this with hair rollers. So you can either use these, which are the bendy, grippy kind, or, ooh, they go everywhere, these purpley ones, which are the foamy kind. Now the first thing I always do is remove the inside from here. So I would clip off the top on one side, like this. And then you should be able to put it through. It just removes the nasty bit that could poke somebody in the eye. Fab. That's what you do with those ones. With these ones, it's normally got some kind of thing in the middle. Slide that off. And then I normally find about the middle and snip. And then you can pull out a bit from the middle, and then you've got two potential sonic screwdrivers. But I'm going to use this little doobie because I've got loads of them left over. Now the first thing you want to do is, this is the sonic screwdriver. This is number 10's sonic screwdriver that we're going to try and do. It extends. Ooh. I haven't yet managed to get it to extend with the button without being overly complicated, but it will extend. So, as you notice, it's beige, so I started with a nice cream piece of paper. It's also got a little mottled effect on it, so what I would normally do is have a little pen, do some little squiggly lines to make it more effective. And you do that all over. It makes it all squiggly. Squiggly lines like this, except that's white paper. Fab. Okay, great thing about this is obviously at this stage the kids can pick what colour they want their sonic screwdriver to be. I try and put out a range of colours so they can do what they like. So, I use sticky tape because I find that the glue gets everywhere. So what you want to do is you want to cut pieces, pre-cut the pieces, it's always the best idea. So that they reach about there on your roller and there at the bottom. And then you want to roll it up like so. Don't make it too tight, we'll see why in a minute. And stick a little bit of stick tape down the bottom. Sticky tape is my friend sometimes. Sometimes it hates me. Okay. Lovely. Super duper. Okay, so this is your lovely tube. Then what you're going to need is some black sticky backed plastic. This stuff's brilliant, very, very handy. Okay, so you want to cut a bit long enough it's going to go round the end of here, like this. Does actually go around the end. Yep, just about. So, if you've got a little bit left over at the bottom, like that, you can trim that off a little bit. What you want to do is unstick your sticky back plastic and put it round the bottom. Probably You can tell I've not done this before. The tutorial thing, I've done the screwdrivers before. Okay, don't worry if it's a little bit messy, because what you're going to do is pinch the bottom to make something that looks like a little paddle. And then trim the ends. You've got a little pointy bit there. Lovely. And this should still be able to come in and out, like so. Brilliant. Okay, so that is your outer casing. So take your tube out of your outer casing, And then what you want is my favourite of all make and do things, Bako foil. What we're going to be doing is making the little light at the top. So, grab a tiny bit of Bako foil, just rip a little bit off, put it into a ball. This is going to help us make a little curve at the top. Okay, it's big enough to go on the end there. Fab. Then what I want you to do is grab a shiny bit of paper. I'm using blue because the doctor has blue, however, you know, you could do one in green, do one in gold, red, little pink one, whatever. So, first thing to do is just cut a nice, generous square, like that. I'm going to pre-cut a bit of sticky tape, because I know how awkward this can be. Get your little ball, pop it on top of your roller, and then just fold a bit of glue over the top, and fold down the edges. I'm making a meal of this because I'm on camera. Okay, there you go. Just fold it around like this. Grab a bit of sticky tape, pop it around the top. Well, and you've got your little top bit, which you probably can't see very well. Oh, the top bit. Cool. Bako foil. Okay, you want to make a little shiny casing around the outside. So, I will show you. Get yourself a little triangle of Bako foil. Okay, now I like to make it neat, so I like to fold the edges a little bit. Okay. So what you want to do is get about half of that. Just fold that up, nice and neatly like that. Fold the end. Nice and neat. And that's a little bit long. Trim that off. And then prepare a little piece of sticky tape. Sticky tape. I'd never make it on blue pizza, would I? I haven't even got ideas what I made earlier. Right. Okay, so you want the tip poking out, so not too much, just a little bit. And that'd be silver around the top. I'll just wrap it the other way so that it's got the neat bit on the outside. A bit of concentration. See, if I knew anything about editing videos, probably would have speeded that bit up, but I don't. So a little bit of sticky tape at the bottom and a little bit of sticky tape at the top. The rollers, by the way, I bought from the pound shop. You can normally get them in the pound shop. Not normally an issue. Lovely. Okay, so now you've got a nice little silvery top. You see, you can pop in there. Pop it together with that. Lovely. Super duper. Now what we want is a nice bit in the middle here, so that when you pull your sonic screwdriver up when you're trying to test something, got something there. So again, I go with my double-sided stick tape. Mainly because it's really easy to use. Of course, you don't have to use double-sided sticky tape. What you could do is use a bit of black paper and some sticky back plastic I'm talking about, not double-sided sticky tape. Is you can use some black paper and some sticky tape or some double-sided sticky tape. So you want your black sticky back plastic to be big enough to go around. It's always better to be more generous than less generous, I find. That's just a life lesson. La, 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 la. So I'm going to stick that around the bottom of your silver. There you go. Okay. And that is your basic. Slot it back in if you can. Yeah. So that's your basic idea for your screwdriver, okay? and then what you need to do is add your details. So for the top silver bit, normally you've got little gaps in your sonic screwdriver, so we'll put little black markings in instead. I did try and work out a way to put different gaps in the sonic screwdriver, but it got a little bit too complicated for the age group. So I just do little tiny rectangles of sticky black plastic. Make this a little smaller. Always awkward to get off. La 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 la, talk amongst yourselves. Bro. And stick them on like so. Around the top. La 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 la. But again, you know, it's their thing, so they can pretty much do what they like with the decorating of it. Because if they're all going to be the doctor tends to get a reasonably different sonic screwdriver every now and again. So if they want to have one that's just for them, let them have it. Someone made me a really nice sonic lipstick once because they were a big fan of Sarah Jane Adventures. There you go, so you've got your bits around the top. Lovely. And now what you want to do is put some controls on here. Sorry, obviously I haven't coloured in all the rest along here. So the way I normally do the controls is try not to actually break it. try not to pull it out too far. Okay. So what I would do is normally grab a little bit more of your Bako foil, cut a nice little length of it, make a nice band, a small little band over and then over into the middle. I just like detailing on things, I like a bit of detailing. Fold over the end because I like the ends folded over. Okay, a little bit of sticky tape, enough to go all the way around the middle, and then I will just connect the bottom with the foil, make it a bit more shiny. La, 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 do, 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 do. I have to say that the kids are a lot better at doing this than I am. I attempt to make and do, but normally I don't finish them. So the kids are normally much better than I am at doing this. Okay, so let's put the buttons on. So what I've got, if I can find it, is a blue pen, or rather I did have a blue pen. My blue pen's gone. Okay, I had a blue pen, but I'll use my brown pen. My blue pen's disappeared. Oh no, my blue pen. Where is my blue pen? My blue pen has gone. Okay, we'll use the brown one. Okay, so on our actual sonic screwdriver, what we've got is a little thing like this. So I'd normally use blue to go across here, but I've only got my brown pen because my blue pen has disappeared. So you would draw a nice thick line along here, like so. And then, still using sticky tape, because as I say, I don't like glue. Well, I like glue, but clearing up after kids who've used glue. I use some sparklies. So use some sequins. Sequins and little bits of stick tape. Again, they can do the buttons in any way they want to do them, in any kind of sequence. I'll try and bring as many colours of things as possible so that they've got a choice. So you stick the button on this bit here, at the top, and a button at the bottom. La, 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 la. Okay, cool. And then what you've got is a little sonic screwdriver, which you can, or you can do your reading for and pop back in. Now I hope that's okay. Well,
the kids liked it and they did their own versions and things, and they were more than happy.